Sup YouTube, Scott that can go get you in the video. I get my guitar out. A lot of people can just, I don't know, they like, they can't tell the difference between emo and goth. Well, there's a difference, people. Emos are wannabes, in my opinion. But then again, we're all just goths, emos, punks, all just supposed subgenres of an actual genre, so. But, you got the people who go to Hot Topic and Spencer's and spend a shit ton of money on goth or emo clothing, and then just to piss off their parents, and just because they want to, you know, or not because they want to, but because they want to piss off their parents and try to stand out. But I had none of the core beliefs of goth or emo, so those are what we call like mallcore posers. Yeah. And now all goths are all depressed and shit. It's not usually the case. Emos are like a subculture of goth, just more colorful, more emotional, more annoying, I guess. Goth isn't really annoying. But they're completely different. The hairstyle, quite often you'll see a lot of emos with their hair just over the side like that and kind of hanging in their face, and then multiple colors and skinny jeans and shit like that, and a bunch of bright luminous colors to go with the black. And listen to bands like My Chemical Romance. Those are your emos. Goths tend to appreciate the more darker side of life. They don't see evil in it. They just see it as something different. Like death, for example. Death is highly misunderstood. People see it as something evil. I think it's a beautiful, peaceful, and somewhat mysterious and misunderstood subject. Much like being goth. The only similarity I can find with goth and emo is that the boys sometimes paint their nails and wear eyeliner. But other than that, they're completely different. Some gothic bands, Cradle of Filth, Gimme Borg, just to name two, Emperor, just to name a couple. Although some people get into a debate where Bullet for My Valentine's an emo band, they can be. Some of their songs are very emo, some of them are alternatives, so it's really consistency doesn't really matter. But someone actually asked me on YouTube, what makes you goth or emo? What's the difference between the two? On a video I commented on. This guy was making fun of goths, you know, I thought it was funny because I'm goth, you know, I wasn't laughing at myself. And I explained to him the differences, and he said, well, you have to be stupid, and you got this little intellectual debate. It wasn't heated or anything, it was actually very intellectually debated, so it actually wasn't that bad. It was actually quite tame compared to some of the debates I get on YouTube. I'm so goth, you know, I just kind of making fun of goth kids. I thought it was funny, and I'm goth, you know, because in the South Park goths, people believe to be actual goth, but those are the stereotypes that people believe to be goth. So I see those goths in South Park actually more emo, but I think it's funny. So I like to laugh at myself, because if you don't want to enjoy life with a small shit, you're just not gonna be happy. But anyway, I'll read you the comments that I posted. The I'm so goth. It's a pretty fucking funny video, actually. I'll pull it up. Now, when I first saw this video a long time ago, I didn't have a YouTube account, but now I have a YouTube account. I was able to comment on it, so I'll read you my comments. And the person who responded, I commented my first comment. Where the hell is it? Where is it? Oh, I think it's up here. I commented saying, I'm goth, and I thought this was funny, because it was funny. The bit about emos can't become us, that point is true. Emos are just goth wannabes, mallcore posers, but I see death as a beautiful and natural thing. not as something evil, but my top musical choices: Cradle of Filth, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Pink Floyd, Marilyn Manson, Korn, Disturbed, Stain, Papa Roach, Skillet, 3 Days of Grace, Linkin Park, Slayer, Emperor, Jimmy Borg, Symphony Metal, Cannibal Corpse, just to name a few. And I got a couple of responses, a lot of responses. Pennerb commented, OTEP and Parkway Drive are good too. And then another person commented, songs 0 on 3 and 3. I'm a goth too. I agree completely. Yeah, that's cool. And XRS5 commented, what makes you goth and not emo? They listen to pretty much to much of the same music as you. The goths of the late 60s dressed the way different from today's goths, considering gothic rock became a subgenre of punk rock, and I'm sure you can make a picture. So it can't really be based on the dress code, so what is the real difference of the two? My best way to explain it, well, for starters, emos are overly emotional, trying to be goth, look and add a shit ton of color to it, over a lot of colors. Two, they part their hair, they dye it crazy ass colors and different lengths, and got a chunk of it in their face. They wear skinny jeans, they have heavy eyeliner on, and they talk about how life sucks and listen to My Chemical Romance, bands like that. The music I listen to is way different, completely different. And of course, Creole Filth and emo band is a completely musical ignorant dumbass. But emos are suicidal goth wannabes, who dress different to piss their parents off because they hate life. Whereas goths, and I ran out of them to continue it, so I continue the comment, enjoy life for its darker quality, the beauty and darker stuff that most people would not understand or appreciate. They dress to express themselves, to be an individual and not care what the world thinks. Though ironically enough, anyone can go into Hot Topic or Spencer's and buy a bunch of black shit and claim to be goth, but have none of the goth beliefs. These are what we call mallcore goths, wannabes, if you will. People believe that the South Park goths are the goths in real life, but they are not, and I continued it somewhere. When in fact, they are the stereotype of goth. Most people see death as evil. I see it as beautiful, peaceful, and mysterious, and somewhat misunderstood. A misunderstood subject. Much like being goth. So goth is a subculture, and it is, and emo is just a fad. And then you have seen the flamer version of super emo. They are even bigger wannabes than emos are, and twice as annoying and twice as sellout fad media whores. And I said very politely, hopefully these 3 comments help explain the difference between emo and goth. And his response was somewhere in here. Where the hell is it? Funny. And his XRS's final response was funny. So in short, they are all over-emotional copycats of goths who are just doing it to be cool. LOL, how strong emotions you have is based on an individual level. It would be ignorant to say all that one particular group has the same personality. I'd agree. And not all emos are like that, but the majority of them are. I'll read the comment. And the copycat part, well, I'm guessing you don't know the history of gothic rock. I do actually looked it up. Or else you would know how silly that would sound. By the way, how many goths do you know that over the age of 40? Ozzy? Ozzy and Danny. Ozzy and Danny Filth, yeah. Ozzy Osbourne, Danny Filth. And I responded somewhere. Shit. I said, the goth movement evolved at the same time as industrial music, and the genre overlaps, with the most marked difference between being the more mechanized sound of industrial dance versus a more humanized goth movement. Goth music is goth metal combining medieval gothic music with heavy doom metal. Goth metal is often described as Beauty and the Beast because of the characteristics, duets between operatic female vocals and male death vocals, like Cradle of Filth, for instance. Some of the key bands in this era are Pandora's Lost, Theater of Tragedy, Turnstella, and Lacuna Coil. So yeah, I'm more aware of the history of goth rock, and that is just the impression I got from emos. Though you are right, emotions are based on individual levels, as each emotion is different. And I don't know anyone over the age of 40 who's goth. And then I finished it off with, that was just the impression I get from emos. I'm sure emos have a certain impression of us goths, so the bullshit fight never seems to end. Goth evolved from punk, and emo evolved from goth. But I think of goth as a lifestyle, not a fad like being emo. And his last response was, where is it? Emo evolved from punk in the early 80s, but whatever. Almost everything from both is a subgenres have changed over the years, clothes, music taste, etc., etc. It doesn't really matter. On a personal note, he says he's neither of the two. He says to label oneself is to cage oneself in his eyes anyway. But then again, that's just his opinion, his view. Some people take pride in their label, and he's not one to judge them. So yeah. Surprisingly, this was a very peaceful debate on YouTube. It wasn't heated or angry or cussing. It was very intellectual, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Seeing on the YouTuber's vision or interpretation of goth. But so just hopefully this video kind of gives you a more enlightened opinion on goth versus emo. But until then, don't just sit there and say they're all the same, because they're completely different. That's annoying as fuck to hear people go, well, goth and emo are the same. Like the episode of South Park, The Ungrandables, that was a perfect example of what I'm talking about. How the goth kids are getting pissed off at the vampire kids for stealing their look, and everyone thinking they were the same. That's basically the scenario of goth versus emo. That's why it's funny. And the vampire kids are all shopping at Hot Topic. So hopefully you get an idea. They're completely different personalities, music taste, etc. And I guess that's it. Difference between goth and emo. Similarities, maybe eyeliner and nail polish. That's about it. Other than that, clothes, color of clothes, etc. Music and subgenre and styles and music and whatnot are completely different, and hairstyles, etc. So this is Gothic King over 52 with another video. For more awesome videos, more awesome guitar, more rants, whatever, check out my channel and subscribe. It'd be really cool. So, yeah. This is Gothic King 02 with a video. Goth and emo. What's the difference?